You guys like games here, and today I'm going to be doing a podcast with Finn. We're going to be talking about for Premier League games this week, and what we think is going to happen. So yeah, we're just going to get started, and we'll just see where it leads us, really, won't we, Finn?
Yeah, bud.
Cool. So first game we're going to talk about is the Man United versus Swansea game, which ended 4-0. Do you want to say anything, like just to start us off, Finn?
Yeah, well, Mkhitaryan got 2 assists, didn't he? Pogba got an assist in the goal. So, fucking class start for them.
Yeah, to be fair, but what I want to start on is Lukaku. Like
Yeah, no, got him.
he's got 4 goals in 3 games now. So he got his debut goal in the
But
Super
obviously,
Cup.
yeah. But that
Which
doesn't. That's all bollocks. It's the Prem that counts. Like for
that's
him,
that's
anyway.
true, but I mean, like that was his competitive debut, which means he had a lot of stress on him. But I just think that he's coped with the pressure quite well because I don't think all strikers would be able to do that. To be fair.
Well, to be fair, I think with Lukaku, I think the stress is going to be when he starts playing European football because obviously he's never played. Has he ever played in Europe before?
No, he hasn't.
Maybe.
It's his first time. Yeah,
Really?
that's true.
So, like, it's a completely different game for him, and he's obviously
Mm.
have to get used to that.
Yeah, that's true. But even if he
Maybe if
can't quite
no,
get
well, no, he's probably got little experience. I'd imagine he played a couple games for Chelsea. Surely did a couple for them at
I
least.
actually think that Marshall could be our European striker because I think that he could like maybe do more work than
Yeah, 'cause
Lukaku
he had the experience in other countries as
because
well.
it's a bit more pace based, isn't it, than just strength, which Lukaku can bring. But we'll just have to see who we're against, really.
Yeah, when's the Champions League group drawn?
I have no idea. I know they're doing like the group stage matches, not group stage matches, but like the bits before where you just have to qualify
Playoff,
for. Yeah,
playoffs.
that's
Yeah,
it.
Liverpool had a tough one for that, but that's another time we have to talk about that one because they had Hoffenheim and 2-1 in the home game, I believe. But
All
that's
right,
like
yeah.
that's probably the most awkward one to get, isn't it?
Also, before we
I'd be
move
pretty
on,
upset about.
I would just like to talk about last game as well. So we played West Ham, and that was brilliant. Lukaku managed to get 2 goals in that, didn't he? And then Mkhitaryan, which we're also going to talk about. I think he like has been setting us light. Thing is, though, he can sleep for like the whole game, and then he can just pop out 2 assists and like out of
Yeah,
nowhere. Do you
I
know what I
think
mean?
it's to be class for you though, because I think he's the only Man United player I've got on my team.
I
Like
reckon he'll get
honestly,
like 5 goals this season, 15 assists, maybe. I reckon
yeah, he's
that's
gonna
doable
rack
for
in the
him.
assists. That's why I go with the
Mm.
fantasy.
Yeah.
He's like one of those wingers. He's kind of like Ericsson, kind of when Ericsson was playing on the wing for us, when like doesn't always like run with the ball, but he's just always whipping it in, kind of
Well,
thing.
he's not actually playing as a winger at the moment. He's playing in the hole behind Lukaku. But what him and Mata are doing, they're interchanging. So like one will
Yeah,
drift
well
out
they're
to the
pushing
right, and
out
then one will go into the middle to play balls through.
for whose goal was it today? Was it Lukaku's goal where it was the assist from? That was the assist, that was the first assist from Mkhitaryan, and that was the cross where he came in from the wing there. And that's the kind of thing what he's gonna be class at 'cause he can come in the wing. That's what I'm
Mm.
trying to say.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
so there's always that will.
Yeah, but I think he'll have a good season for United. But I reckon he might pick up an injury or something. I don't know. I
Bit
could
of a
just
random
see him,
assumption, but
and
yeah,
I
that
just feel
kind of
like he would.
I know what you mean. It's the kind of thing that would happen.
Well, we still didn't play him that much last season because we thought that he needs to get used to the Premier League, and if we can't rely on him playing all the games this season because he just won't be used to it.
That's fair enough.
And also we've got Pogba to talk about, which has got 2 goals in 2 Premier League games now. I think he controlled today's game to be fair. But I know you didn't really watch that much of it.
The Man United game we're talking about.
Yep.
Fucking stroll on. Let's move on to the next game. Got
All right. Good point. Good point.
Bournemouth,
Right.
Watford,
So
Watford.
what I really wanted to talk about was the Stoke versus Arsenal game. To be fair, mate.
Oh shit! I've just seen that score.
Yeah. What
Fucking
what a
oi, oi.
disappointment. What a disappointment. I know.
That Jesse Rodriguez.
Yeah. On his debut
Yeah.
as well.
Fucking fantastic. That is the best. He's on loan, isn't he? That's the best. That's the
Mm.
best loan, like slash
Yeah.
signing probably this like
But
summer.
they got
He's
him and
fucking.
Bojan, and I can't believe how they got those two because they're so good.
Well, Bojan. Yeah, they got Bojan on the full time,
Yeah.
but Bojan's been looking for a way out for a while, from what I've seen. But Jesse Rodriguez, if they sign him at the end of that loan, that's class.
Well, if PSG are willing to sell Draxler, I feel like that. Well, they'll be willing to sell Rodriguez. Let's be honest,
Well,
especially with
I
Neymar
have,
in
I
now.
have. But yeah, that is a fucking class. That when I heard about that, I was quite confused because that is
Mm.
probably the best signing I've seen. All bloody die. Or did he die?
Yeah, that's true.
It's just like I don't know. It just seems weird how like the smaller teams seem to be picking up the big players because you look at. I know you said not to trade off too much into transfers, but I'll do it a bit. If you look like it's weird how the smaller teams are getting quite big names in because you look Stoke City, Jesse Rodriguez. Like being a Spurs fan, I'd fucking happily take him.
Yeah, that's true.
Watford signed that Brazilian striker who's really
West
highly
Ham got Chicharito, who like was
yeah,
banging
exactly.
in the
West Ham
goals
got
for
Chicharito, and
Leverkusen, Bayern Leverkusen a couple of years back. So
exactly.
you know,
Leicester signed Iheanacho. I've as a
oh,
Spurs
that's
fan,
class
I've
signing.
loved watching
Yeah,
Iheanacho.
mm,
I've loved watching him.
yeah.
Southampton signed Mario Lemina, is it?
I don't
Like
know,
that? Yeah, Juventus like young talent signed him for I believe it's 30.
but the
Yeah.
thing is, Arsenal, their defense is shocking. Like that's their
Yeah,
problem. I mean,
it should be the thing is though. The worst thing about it is they should be 10 times better. I think that's the problem. They really do need to be.
also they're really missing Sanchez at the moment, aren't they? Like,
Oh yeah, definitely. Couldn't agree more, mate. It's not looking. I don't think it's gonna be very. I don't think it's gonna have a great season for them. I just think they're.
neither
I don't
do
know.
I
Like,
actually.
I just think that they're gonna struggle with. I don't really know. Like I just think it's gonna get to a stage where they're needing players and they're just not. They haven't really bought enough to say like, right, well, they're gonna be fine.
I
Because they
don't know
haven't.
what they're doing playing Bellerin on the left back though. He was shocking earlier. Like just to put it simply, to be honest, mate. Like he was absolutely shit.
Bellerin, this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bellerin's a dodgy player. Like I do like Bellerin. I do like him, but
No, Bellerin's
just-
class. It's just he was getting played out of position earlier. And
he's just yeah, he's so 50-50 as well.
yeah,
No, is he gonna be like this all year? Because if he is, then you want to cash out on him. Go on.
yeah. I swear they got like a really big offer from another team for him, but
For who? Sorry.
for Bellerin,
Yeah,
Which
Barcelona have been hunting him or something.
like 50 mil, wasn't it? I saw on Twitter earlier. Not a reliable source, you know, but yeah.
Move on. Talk about the Watford Bournemouth game. That is like I think Watford. I said it from the start. I'd be surprised if Watford did well. I had Okaka in my team last week. Game. He was class there.
Oh, you see though,
And
but they've got a striker which is coming through, don't they? What's the
Richarlison. Yeah, that's the transfer. Like quite a decent Brazilian talent.
not Richarlison.
Oh, Andrew Gray.
Although he did score. No, the one who scored 2 last week.
Oh, fucking what's his face. The core. Are you talking about?
Probably.
Well, 2 seconds. Yeah, I think you're talking about. Not really sure. Give me.
I
think.
oh, sorry. Carry on.
Go on, go on.
I was just going
Uh,
to say that I didn't realise that the
No one's-
20-year-old Richarlison was
Yeah.
brought for 11.5
He
million.
is going to be fucking class. I keep telling you. And no one scored 2 goals last week. I thought you were challenging. Akaka scored and Decor. They're both from my fantasy team, so fan. Etienne Capoue, don't know why he didn't do it at Spurs, but he's actually been good again this year. But he was good at the start of last year as well.
No, he was good
Uh,
at Spurs. It's just, you know, he had to compete with Eric Dyer.
Yeah, it wasn't happening for him. But like Richarlison is a class sign for Watford. And I was surprised if when you get around to the transfer table.
That's true. But you are lagging a little bit. Just to
My bad.
tell.
Sorry.
But that's all right.
Move on to West Brom Burnley though, Jaff.
West Brom Burley, you are moving this on very quickly.
Yeah, because
Sunshine.
you're talking too much shit, Jaffa, and I want that 10-minute ad. No, it's not my thing. Hal Robson Carter had an interesting one though. Got sent off 10 minutes after he scored, and it's just like, well,
Oh shit! Yeah, he did get a red card.
why did he need it though? Do you know what I mean? Like, why did he get wound up off that?
I'm actually
when-
surprised that Burnley lost that
Yeah.
game, coming off the back from their win
Yeah,
last
well,
week.
He got the elbow into, I think it was Matt Lamb, but what's the point in elbowing someone? Like 7 minutes left of the game, what comfortably winning it? Like, there was no need. Just scored the winner. What's the point? Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
He was proper overhyped. Like, I get he did score a good goal against who even was it? Belgium was it in the Europa League? Euros.
Yeah,
Like, I get that, but if he was overhyped, I don't think.
he is a Welsh striker, isn't he? He was
Yeah, he's the one that did Cruyff turn and just fucking murked.
yeah,
my boy.
he's decent. He did well in the Euros, as you said. He was a good partner for
But he hasn't really
Bale,
done
wasn't
much
he?
last year. And
Why is he not
then
doing well in club football then? Or
he's not the same as he was last year. And had for West Brom, you've had that Hegazi guy. I don't know where he came from, but he's been class for West Brom. I think he's like Egyptian or something, Iraqi maybe. Egyptian, no, he is Egyptian, and he's just class. Like,
racism?
I knew he was one of them. I wasn't sure, but yeah,
All the same, aren't they?
pretty much. Leicester, Brighton though. I just can't see Brighton being a decent team this year. Same with Huddersfield. No, Huddersfield top, aren't they?
Well, they were before
Yeah, they
United
were
played the
last year.
game last week. But Huddersfield, I could actually see them staying up. I think they're the complete opposite to Norwich. Like when they were up a couple seasons, like Norwich played really good football, but they went down.
Yeah, I know what
I
you
feel
mean.
like I feel like Huddersfield will play shit football, but they'll actually get crucial goals and stay up. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think Brighton are fucking like completely out. I just can't see Brighton making any space anywhere. Cause they've got some right players like
Watch them
Anthony
win the league.
Knockout and Tim Mohamed. They're decent players, but they're just not. Yeah, but they're just not going to do anything. Like Austin and no way, and they haven't got the money to compete with the big teams, and they're just not there. But
Yeah.
Leicester, like, don't really know. I'm a bit confused with Leicester because I thought Mahrez would be by now, but they seem to have held on to him, and I'm thinking that's maybe like their cue to keep on to him for the rest of the season. And if that's the case, then that's class. And with Iheanacho, I think Leicester decent side-ish.
I reckon
I'm
they'll
not saying
stick
that.
in
I'm not
8
saying
goals
they're
this season.
winners.
10 maybe.
I reckon they're top 10 material, perhaps. Like it's gonna be tight.
Well, Leicester.
Yeah, maybe.
I think they're bang on like for a top table spot. To be fair, not gonna lie, don't think it'll be challenging anywhere near the Europa League spots, but I think they will get top
Yeah,
table,
that's
like
what
top half table.
The thing is I don't know. I just think Iheanacho is like such a good side, but I just don't think you can really go wrong.
That's true.
Jaff. Liverpool, Crystal Palace. It's actually shocking to see people so shit. Like I know, like I'm not a bit, but it is shocking. Like you see,
What about? Are we talking about the Liverpool game now? Did you say?
yeah, it's just shocking football. Like Liverpool Watford is the shittest game of football probably in the last 2 years I've seen.
But I don't know. They've got something promising with the
Attack.
front three.
Their attacks class and Arnold Trent's class. He's not gonna be.
Yeah, that's true. You're really lagging at the moment. Just saying. But yeah, I just saying that they've got real defensive problems. Like Mignolet. Did you see his saves?
Yeah,
last
no, I
week?
was watching the game. I was there, hungover, watching the game, thinking like, well, he's just bollocks, and all the Liverpool fans are safe hands and.
Fucking hell, he just fucking fisted it into his own net, didn't he? It was
That is
shit.
that's the fucking worst sort. I don't know. Would you call it a save? I wouldn't really even call it a save. It just seems.
But
so
you support
bollocks.
Spurs, and one word, Lloris.
Yeah, but Lloris is what you reference the French game, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's unfair. Fair enough. Not.
Let's be
not
fair,
his
he's a
fault.
solid keeper. The thing is, so many keepers can make one mistake and it will ruin their careers just because they can't get confidence back up.
Yeah, but
Like
the
Robert
thing is-
Green, as an example, back in his England games.
Thing is though, it's not a case of that. It's Mignolet does it all the fucking time, and like that. Like the funny thing is, like what I love. It's fine. We'll sign Carrius. He'll do us a fucking job if Mignolet does it. And they've both just been as shit as each other, and it's
Yeah, that's
great to
true.
watch because it's just like, well, what's the point? Like, why are they bothering?
Their defense is absolute shit though. Like Moreno,
Yeah,
good,
like,
good
you think John
attacker, but
Matip
more of a
would do
left
it.
mid than a left back, isn't he? John Matip.
That's what I'm saying. Though you'd think John Matip would do a job.
John
but he
Matip isn't bad though. Like he's
That's
been
what I'm
doing
saying.
alright.
You think he'd do an absolute job, and I've seen he's just I don't know. Like I just think it's a curse. I just think there's a curse of there's never going to be a good Spurs. Spurs.
There's
Defender.
never gonna be a
Like,
good Spurs team if that's what you're referencing, but.
don't be- no, I think we'll get there.
I'm
eventually,
joking.
but
I think Spurs are actually a really good team at the moment. I think they're up there. Like they could be title contenders. Just need a bit more depth in their squad.
Yeah, no, I would go as far to agree with you, mate. I think our problem is that as you said, yeah, like we haven't got huge squad depth. So
Basically, like start 11 in class, but if one player gets injured, you have to put in a
yeah,
shitty
yeah. Well,
replacement.
no, it's all right until Harry Kane gets injured. When Harry Kane's injured,
That's true.
talk about that later, Jaff. Got one more
I
game.
thought that was the same with Liverpool though, but
Yeah,
except
they've got
you
a lot of
know they've proved me wrong this season because they're you know their defense is so shit that they actually just need to replace them all.
Yeah, exactly. Right, move on, Jaffa. Last game, Southampton West Ham.
That was a class game to be fair. Mm.
Yeah, well, a mate at work had Hernandez. I think it was Hernandez,
He scored
Vardy
two, didn't he?
to score for a decent foul. I think they all scored in the end, apart from Vardy, so rip him. But
Yeah, he scored a
Chikorito's a
brace, didn't
class
he?
signing. Chikorito is probably one of the better signings of the summer. Like cheap, well, not cheap money, 13 mil, but you know what I mean. It's not crazy money for like a decent known sort half proven striker. Like I'd pay 13 mil for that. It's not too bad.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, well, you did with Soldado, didn't you?
There we go. Like you got Gabby. Like thing is, West Ham gave away 2 penalties, and that was ultimately their loss. But Arnautovic he was playing quite well, to be fair. Then he got that red card. It's like, oh well, factory now.
Oh, but it
So
was stupid though. It was like fucking elbow, wasn't it?
yeah,
Really
it's
uncalled for.
crazy.
Definitely his fault, and he cost them the game there.
Yeah, and then obviously Charlie Austin's not going to miss a penalty. Tadic is missing any. I think Tadic got the assist as well. For
Tadic is a
Gabby.
class player. He could do it at a good club. I don't think he'll get to like if he got a transfer, he wouldn't go up to like a club like United, you know, Chelsea sort of standard. I reckon it'd have to be like Everton, but I reckon he could do that.
Yeah, no, I think Gabbiadini is just proven to be class. Like quite pissed off because I did that wild card thing where I swapped a couple of players. That just
Alright,
the
yeah.
trials going on early on. Fucking Gabbiadini, I took out. Of course, he scores, but
Oh, I
you
reckon
know, it's
Gabbiadini
what it
will
is.
get a transfer to a big club because I don't think it will be to an English top club. I reckon he'll go back to like
Italy.
Italy and go to Juventus or something.
It wouldn't surprise anyone, would it? Really? Right. Talk about tomorrow. Huddersfield, Newcastle. What we said about
That's going to
that.
be a tight game. I would love Newcastle. I really want Newcastle to win, but I sort of want them to lose because you know Dan will be so pissed off at work tomorrow. It'll just be
Yeah, that's
funny.
true. I don't know. Like, I think it's one of those games. I don't know. Like, is anyone injured for it? Well,
Uh,
obviously, John
I
Joe Shelby, the dickhead, got the ban. That is honestly, that's
yeah
hilarious. Like,
yeah
I
I
really
know.
thought we were in trouble with it, and you know, he does that shithead thing, and that's whatever. Really. Obviously, Dejoun and Dummett are injured as well, which is
I reckon
and now
Newcastle will win, except I reckon that
they shouldn't. They'll
I
win.
shouldn't. But I
Much
reckon yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Huddersfield score like an 80 goal, which gets them another 3 points or something like that. I would not be
yeah.
surprised at all.
Right. Talk about the big one now, Jaff. Probably the
Right.
biggest game of the game week, undoubtedly. Spurs Chelsea. What we're saying about that? Because I think honestly, Spurs are contenders this year.
How did Spurs play at home in their last game
No, it was away at Newcastle.
away at
I was,
Newcastle, and are they playing at home this game?
yeah, that's the thing. It's the Wembley.
So
It
it's
is
the
the Wem-
first. So it's the first game at Wembley for them. That's gonna be an interesting one. So I reckon I reckon if like we were just saying, like no factors involved, I would say that Spurs should win it. But
Not should, but it wouldn't surprise if they did.
well, I mean, like if you didn't have stadium changed, and because like you know always does shit in their second year, I would say that Spurs. I would put Spurs to win, but I don't know. It's going to be a hard one just because of that.
Yeah,
You're playing at
agreed.
Wembley.
Kieran Trippier should be coming back, which would be great to see.
Mm.
He's fucking class. Like, let's talk about Spurs team a little bit. 'Cause obviously, you had a little round of Spurs' team is looking fucking insane this year.
You got Dele Alli, you got Kane. Kane's
Yeah,
class, except if he does get injured, picks up an injury, who do you have to replace him? That's
replace
the
who?
thing.
Sorry.
Kane, if he gets
Yeah,
injured.
that's the thing. Obviously, Janssen's there, but I'd rather suck.
I
So
think
like,
I
it's
think you
just
should
kind of like,
try and you know, he's not quite as big high profile as Lacazette or something, but Ben Yedder would be a good replacement. Like,
yeah, Ben Yedder was actually looked at as briefly, but it never happened. But the
mm,
thing is, Spurs are making some meaty signings. So obviously,
what was that?
the 42 mil signing we just got.
And I've had noise. Yeah. Also, yeah,
Sound
that's
like it's a bit risky though. Like completely, like I'm happy with it because it's a signing and Spurs need that. But it's crazy to think like, well, I don't know what Daniel Levi's been smoking, but he would never spend that kind of money 2 years ago. So it's crazy what like, do you know what I mean? Like the influence
mm,
of other teams spending money's done to him because he's actually like gonna go for it now a bit because he's bought he's bought Sanchez for 42 mil. I know you said don't talk about transfers too much.
I reckon you need a backup striker,
Yeah,
and
that's the thing. We haven't gone for one yet. So let me think.
but a pacey one. Like, sorry for rambling, but like, yeah,
And Kudu could do that. Like he
yeah,
could
that's
play up.
true. Except like you've got
He's
Janssen, who
engineer.
doesn't provide you any more like. Oh wait, it is Janssen, isn't it? You got
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. He doesn't provide any more options, so he's like a similar player to Kane.
Yeah,
But Kane,
he's basically a not as good unproven Kane, which isn't what.
exactly. No, you need like some, like
But yeah,
what United's got with Lukaku, Rashford, who like one's got pace, one's got strength, can provide different
yeah,
aspects of the game, sort of thing.
yeah. Well, the thing is, as well, like we've been. So the Spurs big transfer targets. Like I will just double check, but um, the thing is, like with Spurs transfer news at the moment, it's looking like we put a big 30 mil bid in for Dennis Suarez, which
That'd
I
be a
was
good
quite
signing.
yeah I was
I did
genuinely
see
surprised
that.
about that though. I was surprised about that.
It's like
Um,
20 something mil, over
20
25.
28 mil, 28 mil it
Yeah.
was, which is an odd one because I don't know, like it just doesn't seem like his the kind of profile Spurs would go for, but he's gonna be class alongside Ericsson and Ali. Like,
Ericsson, I really rate. Like, he's
yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Um, but I think you need somebody to replace Lamella on the right
Yeah,
mid.
no, Lamela's coming back from injury, and when he does, he's actually be decent, I think.
Yeah.
So, but like, go back to it. So Dennis Suarez, or maybe I would love it. Um, there's quite a few Spurs. Apparently, this isn't like confirmed. Like, so don't if you're viewing this and you don't believe me, like, don't question me. But what I read is that Pochettino's been holding on this whole time with the transfers and just hasn't really said anything about it. So that all the other clubs around him have spent their budgets, and then he can just have the pick of the lot. Because
Uh,
he's obviously put the 28 mil bid in for Dennis Suarez. I don't know what the bid. I think they've agreed it with the player, but they haven't agreed a fee yet. For Serge Aurier, I don't know if he's allowed in the country at the moment. I don't even know what's going on. I just think
oh yeah, that like that's really like out there, but it's really not at the same time, isn't it? Like, it's out there that you might be going to England, but it's not like any more details. It's just hidden
yeah,
completely.
yeah, it's really weird. But I would rate that. It's a good. I actually think Carl Walker Peters will start over him. I think it'll be a great run to see that. But Spurs are going in. There's a guy called Juan Foyth who we're looking at signing of the year.
What team does he
Um,
play for? I've never heard of that name.
Estudiantes, I want to say. He's like an Argentinian centre back, but obviously
All
Poch
right.
knows. Poch knows exactly. So, not a problem.
Because we're rambling on this one a bit, I'm just going to make us move on to the final game, which is actually on Monday, and that's
Oh,
Man City versus Everton, which is also quite a big one, to be fair.
yeah, it is. But Man City. I think Man City will win it because it's Everton, but it would not surprise me if. It really wouldn't surprise me if Everton score because
Yeah,
Rooney.
that's true.
Like I know you're not a big fan of. Well, I don't know. Whether
No,
you are.
well, I do like Rooney, except I just thought that it was time for him to move on because
It
he
was
was
time for him to
dog
go.
shit
That's fair.
for Man United in his last couple of years.
But it seems crazy. I really think that he's going to go in and have a decent season to prove a point. Like, no Europa League, so he doesn't have to worry about it. He doesn't have to worry about anything other than playing football. And that obviously is like just what I think he needs.
That's true. I would go for 2-1. Rooney,
2-1, yeah.
Rooney to get a goal. So I think that it'll be like 0-0 for about 70 minutes, and I reckon that all the
I
goals will come
know.
in the last 20 minutes because I reckon City will break them down, unless Rooney gets
It
one in
wouldn't
the first
surprise me. It
half, and
wouldn't
then
surprise me a 0-0 kind of result or 1-0, 2-0 City.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's. But I still think
But
they'll take them for most of the match. Like you saw them in the last game. It's just like them breaking them down. But Pep did that with Barcelona a lot, didn't he? Where he just like he sort of took them about 70 minutes to break down a team, but then in that last 20, like it all went hell loose.
yeah. Well, let's get like that's done now. That's the game week sorted. We'll do the same obviously for next week. But I think this is going to be the longest video, isn't it? Surely we're going to do some predictions, talk about the transfers because obviously we're right in the middle of the transfers now.
Yeah.
I will talk about Spurs a bit more because obviously Spurs man. So I know like off the top of my head a fair bit of it. So
Well, I know a lot about United, so yeah, we are going to talk a bit about transfers now, and then for the last bit we'll talk about next week's predictions, and then yeah, that'll be then for video.
Nah, bollocks to the next week's predictions.
Actually, that'll be a separate video, to be fair.
Exactly, there we go. But yeah, Spurs have been going after everyone at the moment. One of them being Keita or Bold Keita.
That'd be a good signing. He's been class for Lazio.
Can't see it happening, to be fair. That doesn't seem too likely.
It will also bring a bit of skill to your team, which
yeah, definitely needed. But what I was going to talk about there is the thing is people like Pochettino because he is the kind of player like look at the turnarounds he's given. Like Dele Alli, he was a League One player 2 years ago. Look at him now, second player in the world. Can't lie.
He played for MK Dons, didn't he?
Exactly, League One, mate. Now almost best like in the top 2.
I completely forgot about that transfer.
Or most expensive player, sorry. 8 mil, worth at least 100 now, considering everyone else. So it's crazy, like, and he's done that for so many people. Eriksen, he's turned into a star, like Vertonghen star. I know Vertonghen was there before, but he's like brought the best out of him. Alderweireld became the best out of Harry Kane, obviously.
Yeah.
So like, do you know what I mean? Like people look to Spurs now and think like, fuck, I want to join that team. Cause 2 years time, I want to be worth 100. I want a big team, Madrid. Like,
do you reckon that there'll be like 100 billion transfer in the Premier League like soon?
100 mil. If it is, I don't know. Like to be honest, no, I don't. To be fair,
do you know what? Oh, sorry. Carry on. Oh, what I was gonna say. Do you know what I find really unfortunate? It's Royce's career. Because like I always thought that he'd go to a big money move, like somewhere to a big club.
It's because he's always injured, Jack.
It's just he's always injured, and now he's back to the back end of his career, and I don't think it's gonna happen for him.
What do you think of Man City got a new signing yesterday, didn't they?
Did they? That slipped through the radar.
They signed like an Austrian player. I don't know. He played in the Austrian league, and he was a top scorer last year, 17 goals in 33 games, which actually isn't that good to be fair. I think he's like 23, 24. And they've sent him straight on loan to Girona. Like, that just seems like a waste of money to me.
Maybe they're trying to do a Chelsea, but they're just buying all the best good players and then just loaning them out.
If they do that, it's a stupid strategy. But,
well, for Chelsea so far, isn't it? But they've ruined so many good people's careers, like Lucas
Don't talk about Spurs. Let's not talk about transfers too much. You'll get. Give me your best the best transfer that's already been made this summer.
Ooh, best transfer. I don't know actually. I want to say Lukaku, but obviously that would be really fucking biased. The one which I've been like most intrigued about is definitely the Neymar one. I mean that was crazy, wasn't it? Like 550k a week.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. That's what it is. It's crazy money. Like but keep it Prem, Jaff. Best Prem signing.
Best Prem signing. Ooh, go on, give me yours. I can't really think of my. I did like Davy Klaassen to Everton. I thought that was a class and really smart signing.
Yeah, no, I rate that. But it's not. It's out of the Prem. But
you just said keep it to the Prem, you dick.
No, I know, but he's left the Prem now. For Gulli, for 3 million, 3 fucking million, Galatasaray, and that like it just shows like the small teams are still making these class signings. Imagine being Galatasaray and signing fucking Feghouli, like.
Did a bit off track, but did you see that? Did you see that Jesus Navas like unveiling video for Sevilla where it's just like, yeah.
They kidnapped him, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then they brought him in to say, I don't know what that bollocks is this season. Just fucking show me the player and then off we go. Like you don't need to show me. Do you know what I mean? Like there's no need for it. Like why would I want to watch like a 2-minute video to
this is like going off the Premier League again a bit, but I can't believe, and this is just one of your ex-players, but the Paulinho transfer to Barcelona.
Wanker.
40 million.
Someone that couldn't prove.
Well, and he's gone to China, so he hasn't been tested in a couple of years, has he?
It's like Spurs aren't the fucking biggest team in the world, and this is 2 years ago. We weren't even at our best, and Barcelona are just spending their money like 40 million. I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I think that's the shittest signing possibly ever. Like, I really can't see
Have you
how.
seen all the hashtags on Twitter where it's like get the president out there basically because in previous years they've got Andres Gomez, which been shit. Like
No, but
he's
what I
probably
did,
been the biggest flop.
I don't know what the fuck. Who, mate? Sorry, I'm off track here. Missed it. Who?
Andrew Gomez.
Yeah, he's alright.
No,
I
he's
think.
no. I mean, like he's been proper shit, like
Nah,
proper.
he'll pick it up. He'll pick it up. No, Paulinho, that's the worst signing possibly,
Mm.
maybe ever. I reckon. Honestly, like I do think he's gonna do fuck all. But keep it Prem, Jaff. Best Prem signing this year. I reckon. I don't know. I reckon it's either Chikorita. I rate Chikorita. I think
Chikorita
that.
is really good
I
signing,
think
actually.
I'll
Yeah.
give you my top three. So I don't really have like a particular one. You go Chikorito. You got that Richarlison guy who joined Watford. I think that's a
Yeah.
class signing. I think he was quite proven in like he had a good season in the Brazilian league, and he looks like he's all right here, so he'd be class.
That's true.
Um, I already know, and then probably it probably is Iheanacho for me.
There's so many Brazilian talents though, like which get
It'll
brought into
never
a
be
prem, but they're
discovered
just so
properly.
hit. They're just so hit and miss, aren't they?
Yeah, that's crazy. But I think I don't know. I think it would be Iheanacho for 25 mil for someone so young. I mean, I can't believe Spurs didn't dig up on that because we needed a striker,
Who do you
and that just
reckon
seems
they would bring
perfect.
in if they did bring somebody in? Just to
A
like,
striker, I reckon it'd be someone. There's a couple of free agents going around. I don't know. Is Mario Mandzukic a free agent at the moment?
oh, I don't know, but that'd be a good signing, but
That kind of thing, though.
it would
Like,
be
I
a
think we
short
need
term fix because he's like 31, 32
exactly.
now.
Yeah, no, it would never. It won't be players. Players we get. It wouldn't be like. I think we need someone quick, but at the same time,
Mm.
we need someone that will push to do the same thing as
I think you just need a
Kane.
quicker player. To be fair, I think you need
Yeah, yeah.
somebody who can get in behind. I think Lacazette would have been like the best signing you could have made, although he's not doing the best for Arsenal at the moment. Well, from today's game, they found him out.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. Like, I think we have to wait and see for it. But bit odd. I don't know. I think, I don't know. It's just like there's so much dog bollocks going out at the moment.
I think
Like,
that's actually a big problem in like transfers at the moment. Like, there's not that many quality strikers.
yeah, well, there is, but like a lot. And the thing is, I think a lot of people, like the owners and stuff, are thinking, like a lot of it's become like the last 2 months. It's just been money. Like you
Yeah,
look at, like I don't know, it just seems stupid. Like everyone seems to be saying, like, right, we want like Usman Dembele. Is he fuck worth 140 million?
yeah,
Is
that's
he
true.
fuck?
Yeah, that's
One
true. But
season,
he
one.
is two-footed and he is a quality player. But
Yeah, no,
yeah,
don't get me wrong. I don't think he's bad. Like he's good. But 140 million for someone that's had a one good season, like not being a
but the thing
dick, but it is
is,
one.
like,
Crazy Jaffa.
but like for
Absolutely
Felipe
fucking.
Coutinho transfer for 118, 114 million actually, wasn't it? 118 with add-ons. Yeah, I just like, can you say that he's better than Pogba? No, you can't.
Yeah, exactly. Another good one as well is what are you saying about Coutinho?
Well, I'm just saying that it's crazy, like 118 million, not worth it.
Yeah, no, he's not. Like that's the thing. It's now got before I was like, come on, let's get him out. Let's get him out. Like perfect for Spurs because it's obviously like a rival player. But now I'm thinking, fuck that. I want him to stay because is he fuck worth that much money? And I'd
Right.
rather I'd rather Liverpool didn't have the money because Liverpool do make some cracking signings.
Imagine if he stays and flops completely like next year and gets one goal and one assist, and then they have to tell him like, then they sell him for like 12 million or something. I will laugh my fucking ass off, mate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I really I don't want them to sign Barcelona to sign Coutinho because it just means more money for Liverpool. And Liverpool have like I'm not stuck in Liverpool off because I despise, but they make some good signings, and I don't want
Well, Jurgen
Liverpool.
Klopp's really good at that, isn't he? He's really
Yeah,
good at like
exactly.
discovering talent.
But I don't imagine if they had that much like access to money. I'd be a scared old boy, Jaff. I have to tell you now because like he's good at signing players that like maybe like I don't know like he's good at signing players that
Like
sky's the limit.
I just think that transfer fees are going to be so crazy throughout, and like
It'll
and
calm
like
down though, because I think the thing is that owners are going to realise they're going to think, right, I've spent 400 mil this transfer window. Let's say Man City, 400 mil this summer, and I still haven't fucking won the Premier League. This is bollocks. I'm not. I think a lot of people would stop owning clubs. I think they'd think, right, I've spent 400 odd mil, or like, well, Man City, I spent about 800 mil. I've got fuck all in return. Why would I keep doing
yeah,
this?
but
Do you know
the
what I
thing
mean?
is, just shirt sales keep on going up, and plus
Yeah, but
TV
not for
deals keep on
players,
coming
not for
back.
players,
So
not for
although
players that
transfer,
aren't big names
yeah, I
that
know,
people spend.
I know, but like still, TV deals are going up. So as that goes up,
Yeah, yeah.
those transfer fees are
Inflation,
going
mate.
up.
Inflation.
Yeah, exactly. Like but it's not like normal inflation, is it? It's crazy. It's going up so quickly at the moment. Um,
Hyperinflation, mate. Yes, economic knowledge. The thing is, though, when it gets to the point where I'm saying to a rival team, like, imagine if I said that about Arsenal. Like, imagine if I was like, right, I want Arsenal to hold on to Sanchez because I'd rather they had that than, I don't know, 200 million for Sanchez. I'm not saying that.
to be fair, I would love Sanchez to stay on one more year, so he's a free agent next year.
Yeah, no, I think that'll be a thing as well. I think now that Neymar's done it, everyone's going to hop on the bus, and I think you'll see the clubs like Real Madrid nudging Ousmane Dembele and saying, right, mate, you just wait for that contract to end, you just hop on over here, yeah, fancy it? Because I just can't see players spending more and more money on, like, I think it'll die out. Like, I just don't think people will continue to
How
spend the money.
PSG got around that though was so cheeky. The fact that they just
It's,
offered him like
it,
300 million, to be a ambassador for the World
no,
Cup
that was
bid
Qatar, though. So
for
basically,
Qatar.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's a bit sketchy, to be honest.
it was.
I just think yeah. I don't know what to say about it, mate, because it's quite like, how the fuck have they done that? Imagine, I don't know. It's one of those things where you think, is that entirely legal? Because that doesn't.
I know. I think there'll be some investigating for
Yeah,
it,
definitely.
definitely.
Well, to be fair, mate, it's not as if Neymar hasn't been done for dodgy transfers before, because he was done pretty heavily for a dodgy transfer with Santos to.
Yeah. The
Was it
Barcelona
Elite?
president, like the last one, got put. I don't know if he's in prison or he's going to prison for that transfer.
Yeah, because he paid off the fam. I think, to my knowledge, what I think happened was basically Sanchez. Neymar didn't want to leave,
All right.
or Neymar wanted to leave. Obviously, he's Barcelona, but I
Yeah.
think his family was making him stay. I think his family was saying, right, like, we don't want to leave Brazil. You can't leave. And then obviously Barcelona figured this out and went, right, 50 million. I think they gave. I think the fee was something like 50 million to the parents. I think there was a lot more money to the parents.
Bloody
Say,
hell.
right, obviously, you don't want to come. How about we throw 50 million your
Oh,
way?
I do remember. I think it was about 30 million because I remember they brought him for about 40 million for um the original one, but I'm pretty sure they said it went to about
Yeah, yeah,
75
yeah.
million
That's dodgy though. Like, you
after all
shouldn't
of
be doing
it.
that. Like, for
No, it
players,
is, yeah.
yeah. And I think who was this? Someone had a similar situation. No, I'm not. I can't. Won't be able to remember. But yeah, like, I think that's dodgy, and I think there'll be repercussions for it because it seems way too fucking dodgy to be it's true. Like fair enough if they bought straight up, because I know exactly what happened. I've done my fair bit of research, and what happened the PSG transfer is the Spanish FA straight up, because obviously it goes from club to club, but the FA
Yeah.
do the negotiations, and the Spanish FA just simply declined it because they know how much Neymar's worth to the Spanish league, so they just straight up said no to it, and then the French FA got in contact with Neymar and said, the only way you're moving, mate, is if you pay that money yourself. So what we'll do, we'll sort you out the money, and you sling off. Jobs are good, and,
He
and we
gets
won't pay a penny for
paid
you.
three grand an hour after tax. That's disgusting though, isn't it? 550k.
Really? 3 grand an hour? I thought it'd be more. he gets 500 grand a week. Do the math.
550k a week.
That is honestly, man, that is awesome, isn't it? Like that really is. I mean, I wouldn't
Imagine how
complain
many PCs you
personally.
could buy with
Yeah,
that one
imagine how
for.
many fucking now we sound that. Yeah, wow.
Water
I don't
cooling
know.
and all. The whole works.
I don't know. Like, I feel like there'll be more transfers like this. Like, I don't think this is the end. And
I just think that it'll make like, oh, young talent, you've had one good season, smack a 400 million transfer
yeah,
tag
that's
on
the
that
thing.
bad boy.
I think people are gonna start like people are gonna hop on that bus. I'm surprised Spurs haven't said anyone want this bloke 200 mil when he's all yours because that is exactly like, let's face it, fucking right up Spurs' street to say anyone him offering him for cheap. They say cheap, millions upon millions because I don't know. It just doesn't seem like I don't know. Like I'm still talking about it. I'm fucking shocked Spurs are spending money on like an actual player that isn't really proven and spending a lot as well. 40 mil is not cheap for
We were
some.
talking about this at work actually, but like, just going back like from Spurs back to United because United fan here. What would you think if Man United did sign Thomas Lemar? Because I haven't actually watched him that much, but I know that he looked a
Yeah,
bit one-footed.
I am honestly, I would suck the Mars cock if I.
He did look a bit one-footed, like
Nah,
he
nah,
doesn't
nah.
really have a good right foot when I watched him.
I've watched him a fair bit. And he is class. Like the way he plays the football is very good.
Would you say
Um,
he's as good as Bernardo Silva? Because
yeah,
I
no, I
rate him.
think he's on tier with Mbappe. If not, no, I think he's better. I even
That's a
think
big statement, mate.
no, it's a big statement. I'm gonna go fucking say there. I reckon he's on par with Ali. Honestly, like saying that as a Spurs fan, if I had to choose between Lamar and Ali, I'd say honestly, fast. They're both fucking.
Yeah, but
Probably
they're
would still pick Ali 'cause
different
he's
though, aren't they? Because Lamar brings a
yeah,
bit of pace, bit
they're
of skill, good cross, but Ali can score a couple of screamers, puts a good shot in, and
yeah.
puts a
Lamar's a
killer
lot
free ball
more.
in, doesn't he?
Lamar's a lot less. His dribbling's like
Better, I would
very
say.
flash, but yeah, that probably better. But Ali's shots are incredible, and his
Yeah,
heading as well. So like physical action. But I don't know. Like there's a lot of things going on really. Isn't there, to be fair.
but United has Pogsy.
Yeah, I am a bit of a fan of Pogba now. I think
But
like
the only thing I would say about signing Lamar is like I don't want our team to get too French. That sounds fucking racist, really
you
racist. But I
don't want
don't
the new car. You don't want a 2014 new.
Newcastle to happen. No, I don't.
Well, there's nothing wrong with French players. Like if you're Falvin, you can fuck off. But like Remy, welcome to the side. I think the thing
Dimitri
is
Payet, Snake.
I think the thing is with French players, I think the reason a lot of the big transfers at the moment are French is because the French league is just a peasant league. Like
Yeah.
there's no competition there. And if you're playing for PSG or if you're playing for PSG, you're getting bored of winning the same
Did you
title
see
year in year
Neymar's
out.
debut goal? He literally just like walked back and like got the goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking
So, but let me carry on. Like, if you play for PSG, you're bored because you're winning the league every year. And if you're not playing for PSG, you're bored because you're not winning the league every year.
yeah.
And if PSG don't want you, then why would you stay in France? And England's a good alternative, just upon the lake. And obviously, like everyone knows, England will spend the big money for it if we have to. So
That's true, but because of all the transfers, like so many teams are going to like 3-5-2, aren't they?
it's becoming the norm. And five in the back, but having like your left and right back as basically wingers is like a common thing now. But you can do what you want at the end of the day. I'm not too fast, but it's not what I do. I mean, if I was a manager, I think you've got to be doing what Pochettino's doing and buying. I rate what Pochettino's doing, where he's bringing in talent from other leagues which aren't like the mainstream leagues. It's like you look at Mourinho, he's just looking at the big leagues and saying, right, who
Yeah.
did well on FIFA? I'm signing him. Like I don't mean that.
Oh,
way,
I
but-
think if you want to go about it that way, the best league to do that is definitely the Netherlands at the moment.
There's a lot of talent
Ajax,
in
like
Netherlands.
PSV, they're they're
Who's
all
all
young
right?
squads, aren't they? Like they can't keep all of their players, so they're just like the
Wrap
whole
this up,
squad's like
Jasper.
21, 22.
Wrap this up.
Go on then.
Who's your favourite player in the world at the moment? Who's your favourite player to watch?
My favourite player, I do have a soft spot for Ronaldo, obviously, because I'm a United fan. I love watching Pogba, but I wouldn't say it's my favourite. For one which I've just loved watching his goals so far is Asensio.
Yeah, no, I big fan of Asensio. Um, he was actually linked to United at one point, wasn't he?
Yeah, but do you know also who was actually like, linked quite heavily at one point because he was like getting kicked out of the squad at Real Madrid. Like this was earlier in the year, about like during around Christmas, and I really wanted him was Isco. I rate him so much. He's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good.
Spurs were looking at Isco, but it's one of those transfers.
Well,
But
he went from being like an affordable 40 million transfer, which like they would probably like think about it, but you might have to go up to about 60 million get him, to like probably nowadays if you went to bid for him
67.
now, no, not even that. I would say about 130, 140 with
No,
today's
I think
transfer
that's
fees.
a bit extreme,
Have
Jaff.
you
But
have you seen like how he's been playing, mate? Like he's been insane.
yeah, I if I had to watch any footballer in the world, if I could say like not obviously like if I had to watch any footballer, I'd probably just watch Ronaldo because I can say I've watched Ronaldo. But for pure football alone, uh, Gareth Bale back in the day when he scored that goal against Barcelona, that is my favourite goal of all time. Like you can never take that away from
I,
it. The one
I I
where
love the one where he just runs around the pitch and
yeah, where he
just
gets
that was a
pushed off the
class goal.
pitch and like
Yeah.
the determination to keep going, like that just sums him up at Spurs. Like that literally is what he was at Spurs. But fantastic. But if not him, then Justin Kluivert.
All right. Yeah. No. What I
Is he at Ajax?
He is at
Yeah,
Ajax, yeah, and he's doing
fucking
really well at the
insane.
moment. He's made a few
Fucking insane.
debut appearances and he's
And
been
the fact that he's
doing
the
well.
same age as me is fucking ridiculous. Like the thought that he was in the Europa League final last year,
Right,
and I was fucking failing my AS level. Ridiculous. Like, how is he same age? How is he doing that? Same with Donnarumma. Like he's
yeah,
a
that's
year
true.
above me. Like I'm probably this time next year I'll finish my first year of my diploma
And
because
you'll
I fucked
be
my first year.
walking to
Yeah,
McDonald's to get a
probably
job.
probably Barcelona, Real Madrid trying to get a decent Champions League spot. Fucking crazy. Like honestly, I can't believe it.
Right, this is getting quite long now, so I'm just gonna end it with just a little thing. Right, so pick three players from your team, which is Spurs in your case, and then just pick how many assists you reckon they're gonna get and how many goals you reckon they're gonna get.
No,
Okay.
I refuse to. But best players, Spurs, Harry Kane, Dele Alli, Christian Eriksen, done, done, done.
Do you reckon Harry Kane might get the Golden Boot?
Yeah, third year in a row. Let's go.
Do you
I
reckon,
actually think you will. No, I think you will. Like, he doesn't score, so
how many goals do you reckon he's gonna get?
I would say I don't know. Like 'cause the thing is,
I
how
think in
much is top
27,
going to be?
28.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I was maybe 26, but I don't know if that would cut being a top goal scorer. But I
Yeah,
think he'll pick it up soon enough.
what I said to somebody the other day, I think it's going to be Harry Kane 26, Lukaku like 24. I think Aguero will get like 24 as well. I reckon. Thing is with Aguero, he could be top scorer every year. It's just he gets one like sort of big injury, which like completely
Yeah,
puts him
yeah.
off.
Always felt bad for him. I always thought he deserved that big signing to Barcelona or Madrid, but obviously they signed Barcelona signed Suarez, so they didn't really need him. And then
But to be fair, like Aguero is basically a club legend at Man City now,
yeah,
isn't he?
yeah, no, he is. No, like you're not taking the piss. He pretty much is because he's been there so long now. It's kind of well, why get? I think he'll play out great now there. I really think he will.
He's a legend, along for greats with the likes of Stephen Ireland.
Massive Stephen. Joe Barton, legend. Stephen Dunn, Rich Dunn. Sorry, not Jesus. Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on, Jaff.
That's right, and we'll be here later on this week. We'll upload a video about our Premier League predictions. This will probably be the longest video of the series.
Yeah, I just got to talk about all the transfers and shit, really. haven't we?
Exactly.
But obviously, it's not gonna be like that next year. Sorry, next week. 'Cause-
No, unless anything big happens, like
Yeah,
a
but I
big
can't really
transfer.
ask Jaff. I'll tell you now, I'm getting bored already, so probably not. Like, we probably won't talk.
Nah, anyway, we'll see you guys next time.